pledge of allegiance, please stand.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Meeting is taped by the New York Times.
Yes.
Your name again, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's Eddie Armstrong.
We have a couple public comments. First one is Greg McKelvey. Please scan your address and the reason you're here.
Thank you. Greg McKelvey, and I'm with 23887 Freeport Road. I am with East Franklin Township, where I'm the zoning officer, but reason for my appearance here this evening is I am a Republican candidate for Armstrong County Commissioner. And since announcing my first foray into public office, and since announcing in January, I've tried to make it to a lot of the various municipal meetings throughout the county. So I'm glad to be here tonight in West Katanning, just 2 weeks before the primary election on May 21. So I do know most of you. I greatly appreciate the work you're doing and the public service work you're doing here in West Katanning. And I certainly would welcome any support that I can get from any of you. I would like to stay for a little while at the meeting. I do have to leave about 7, so please don't take any offense to that. But look forward to seeing you all. Hopefully things will go well for us on May 21. And otherwise, I'll see you around. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And then we also have Michael Kunzelman. Thank you, Greg.
Yes, I'd like to thank Henry Moore and Bobby Bauer. I called in, had some concerns about the culvert over in the property at the old Butler Petroleum. And that problem, the people did come, but it is probably going to be more of a problem because it seems like the people are from Butler Petroleum. It seems like it's going to get like a...
Is this the hole that happened before that caved in? Is it happening again? I'm not familiar with what.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I did call Butler Petroleum. They did come out to the property. There was a gentleman that I spoke with. He did not want to speak to me on the phone, but when he came to the property, he got very verbal with me. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be a smooth transaction, but the word does have it that Chris Diaz is possibly, going to be purchasing the property. And I warned Chris of the potential problems he may have, ahead of him. But, I did tell him from my point of view, I see the water running in behind the culvert, and that's what's probably washing down in behind, washing us back out again. But just want to let that know. But I also wanted to thank Bobby and Henry, as I got my new sidewalks put in, giving me some suggestions what to do to keep the cars from parking and going over the sidewalks. And this works out really good. So again, I thank the both of them for the advice. And that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
What advice was that?
I'm sorry, getting the, they call them bummers
Okay.
for to keep the cars from moving up along. I never knew they were called bummers, but so that's a new term for me.
So therefore, like when you pull into a beacon, is that safer on the sidewalk for people walking through, tripping on them? It's on the borough property? I'm just curious. I mean, that was my first instinct, that they stick into the sidewalk, and there's several of them.
Well, those places along Main Road have things we
But that's not on the
We're not
sidewalk.
going to get that or anything.
It's no different than that big mound of blacktop we have down on Arthur Street from one end to the other. Remember they put that up for the water?
On Garfield.
Same thing.
On Garfield.
On Garfield, what did I say?
Arthur.
Garfield.
Is it on the sidewalk though? Is it up on the
Well, it's
sidewalk?
adjacent.
It's right beside the sidewalk.
Side of that side.
Right beside the
Right
sidewalk.
beside the
Because it's unfortunate, Paula. People were turning around, backing into the yard, and that's, the sidewalks were very deplorable. But in order to do it, to put that kind of money into it, I wasn't gonna do it unless I could do something to protect the sidewalks. It's not to cause anyone any kind of havoc or inconvenience, but it's just very pricey today, to.
Yeah, but just mind you, that if somebody would trip and fall on those, I don't know what type of lawsuit you might have. Yeah, I don't know that.
Paint them.
Yeah, you know what I mean, they're,
Yellow paint.
if somebody's walking down and would trip over them, I don't know what type of lawsuit you would have as a landowner. I don't know.
Well, it's no different than our existing brick walkways, that the brick are all which way and ever. And because of the growth of the trees that have heaved them up, same thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to, voice my opinion, that's all.
Okay.
So,
It's, and it is good concern, and I thank you for being concerned about it, because the way people are so happy today, because even with our funeral home, we have them train grates that have the big holes in them. And I'm wondering, wow, what if somebody walked with a cane and didn't visually see, walking towards it and fall down and get hurt? And there's always something out there, so I'm sure.
Great.
But I thank you.
Are you finished with what you were?
Yes, I am.
your public comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'd like to have a motion for minutes. So everybody had a chance to read over them.
Make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nikki first, and then second, all in favor. Mayor's report, I'd like to, I don't know if everybody knows, we do have a new officer, Officer Pitzer. So I'm not sure, are you doing the mayor's report tonight? Do we want to start?
So first of all, we have the resignation letter from Officer Gehagen. Okay, dear members, it was dated April 8th, 2019. I'm writing to advise you that I received an offer of full-time employment with the Indiana County Sheriff's Department. This employment provides a substantially higher wage and benefits beyond my current employers and is minutes from home. For those reasons, I am tendering my resignation with the department. I would like to thank the members, past and present, and hope the good work provided by the department for the citizens of West Kittanning Borough continues with the future staff. It has been an honor and privilege to have served this community. I would like to thank the people of West Kittanning for their friendship and support. Sincerely, Robert Hagan. And we also have a thank you of our own for Officer Hagan. Mayor Klein and the members of council wish to extend their most sincere gratitude for your service to the borough and its residents. Over the last 7+ years, you've worked many long and hard hours to ensure the safety of our neighborhood. It is with regret that the borough of West Kittanning has to bid you farewell. We are so delighted for the new career opportunity you have received. We wish you much success in this venture and whatever else the future holds for you.
Paula, you're going to be the...
Yeah.
Bob, thank you very much for everything, really. Thank you.
Would you like to better?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Can he come up and get all of us around him?
No, just you two, President Count, that's good. Then I'm gonna have to take a picture of Nancy and I.
Sure. The mayor should be in it.
Yeah, in here.
Maybe that's what we need. How about in front of the flag?
There we go.
Right here, Bob. Right here. The flag is right
On this side.
You want to move it up?
Oh, yeah.
No. They might like it.
You want to shake it again, Jim?
I want a big one.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
If I can't remember, it's not.
citations issued with written warnings. Non-traffic, there were disorderly conducts issued. In criminal charges, there were charges for theft, fraudulent business practice, receiving stolen property, bad checks, and an indecent assault, with 2 arrest warrants being issued on individuals who are currently having warrants out on them. There were investigations with nuisance vehicles for ordinance, large item trash pickup, and grass and brush. And as our public notice here, weather changes have bring about street repair projects. Please drive and use caution when passing or approaching the men at work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have anything else, Mayor?
No.
We really do appreciate your time that you've put in our community. It's going to be, you'll be sadly missed.
I don't call it every minute.
Oh, yeah. The residents really enjoyed your driving around. Just being visible, you know, really good. All right, on to committee reports. Buildings?
I don't know enough other than, are we going to do anything with the roof over there?
It's already been taken care of. I got tired of waiting, and everybody keeps passing the buck around, we're gonna do this, do that. We got over $100,000 worth of equipment sitting in that building. Building, I would say, years back was only $80,000 to put it up. Certain members here said they were gonna have somebody come in and take a look at it. Nobody ever showed up. I had somebody lined up. Nobody wanted me to go ahead and have them come in and do anything. So Rick and I went ahead and had a contractor who's done work for us before come in and remedy 80% of the problem so far. We still have 20% yet to go. And that's where it sits with the building next door.
All right.
The last rain was pretty well dry.
It dried. We have that, since we've done one side, we have not leaked at all.
No.
We still have leaks on the backside. But as soon as he gets time to come back in, and it's being done very
It is
economically.
coming down and rolling underneath, right?
What's the
There's a lot of
cost? We're doing that.
What's the cost?
Huh?
What's the cost?
What's the cost?
Yeah.
So far, it's $600.
So beat 6,000. Or,
Well,
so,
6,000 is doing the whole roof.
yeah.
We're doing piecemeal. But like I said, we have over $100,000 worth of equipment sitting in there. You want to sit there and have rust, have water inside, and no dry place for the workers to come in when it's raining and so on.
Thank you for taking care of it. Thank you.
So I should
We
expect
really
the bill?
appreciate that.
I should expect the bill?
When we get the other side.
Oh, okay. Is it just contract? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
No, I'm not doing that anymore. He's right across the street.
You might as well continue, Public Works.
Public Works, all right. We had to have 2 trucks repaired because they failed an inspection. The 2006 GMC, we had to have the front wheel bearings and hubs replaced. The bearings had bulged up, and we didn't have, our man just couldn't take the bearings off, we had to have them pulled. In the year 1992 Ford 350, it would not pass inspection either. We had to put a new bumper on it. We had to replace, a new superstructure underneath the bed where the transfer case is for the hydraulics. And that's been all taken care of. They both pass inspection now.
Okay, great, thank you.
And we are in the process of picking up grass and shrubs. Like we say, we started in April, Mondays we pick up grass, Tuesday we pick up shrubs, and so on. We are starting to go ahead and we're going to paint the, what do you want to call them, the white strips at the stop signs, indicating where the stop. We're going to have And we are going to go ahead and get a price off of Williams to come in and paint the lines on the streets again, which we always do. And we are also, Katan's not having a meeting tonight, they'll have it next Monday. We've worked with them in years past to go ahead and sweep the streets now. The only streets that we are asking them to do will be the highway. We can sweep our own town streets with our sweeper, but we can't sweep the highway because the run is at an angle. We can't, our brush will not go at an angle.
I called down and spoke to, at PennDOT, I'd have to look back and see her name. I was told that if we call and complain enough, that
They won't
they
do
should do
anything.
it, and if not, we should reach
They
out
will not
to.
touch it. The only thing that they will sweep is the 2 lanes.
The middle lane, the middle.
Yeah, the right lane, middle lane, turn lane. We are responsible for the gutters. We are responsible for the drainage on the whole highway from Flynn's to the motel. Just hope to God that we never have to go ahead and start to replace any of that. That was, somebody when the highway was put in, made an agreement with
No,
Hey, yes, I have it here.
that, I just seen an article, thing on TV about it. There was another municipality down on Pittsburgh. It was a state road. They're having the same problem with the storm sewers. That was actually passed by the legislature back in, I think they said 1930 or 1940. That we have to take care of the storm
It
drains.
may be, but I didn't hear that, I didn't see that. It's probably true. But what he was referring to was when we put this new section here, Borough signed the contract with them that we're responsible for the drain side of it.
It wouldn't have mattered.
And
We're still,
along with the cleaning up underneath the bridges up there inside the creek. And I think, regardless if we are or we aren't, I think from now on, Board of Council gets anything from PennDOT, it needs to be reviewed. You just can't sign something. It really needs to be reviewed. We ran into the same problem, I think we talked about the last meeting with Pine Hill. Back when they turned it over to the borough, what, 15, 20 years ago, they said, we'll pay for it from one end to the other. Great idea. Well, 20 years later, look where we're at. I think before PennDOT gives us anything to sign or wants us to do anything, we have to scrutinize it as a council, have it reviewed by our solicitor, and anything in there that says we're responsible for, you cross that out and say, we are not. We do not have the manpower, we don't have the resources, nor do we have the finances to take care of PennDOT's highway. And the gravel they want us to clean up on either side is their gravel, not our gravel. They're the ones that put it down on the road, not us. So we're cleaning up their mess. You know, we have to be real scrupulous in the future when PennDOT says, we're going to do this for you. Hang
There's a
on.
reason.
Hang on.
that was the same problem that municipality run into. PennDOT said it was their responsibility, and they were in the same position. They didn't have the money, the manpower to fix it, and water was going into people's homes as well.
You have one recent on TV where by that hydrant, the water was going in. Is that the one?
It might have been the same one, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember for sure. But yeah, according to PennDOT, that was passed by the legislature back, I think they said 1920 or 1930, something
There's
like that.
nobody better at passing the buck than PennDOT.
Well, see, I don't have any, I have the agreement when this road was built, I didn't have anything back Parkways. Nobody down there ever stated that to me or anything else. All they said is, the agreement was made, we are stuck with it. That's the same thing with the stop line. Anything that goes wrong with them, we have to take care of them out of our own pocket. And that's the same thing with the streetlights that are along the highway. We are responsible for them also.
Yeah, the streetlights, they're more than happy, they pay to put them in.
But they pass the buck right off them.
You put them in, we have to take care of it, we have to take
Once you
care
got
of
down west of Danny Hill, aren't even in our town, our municipality.
it. Mhm.
And we paid, I think, a third.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that.
Yeah. It's the same thing. We sign off on stuff, and we've got to be very, very careful to sign off.
Because we're being hung up to dry.
Yeah.
Okay, we are also in the midst of surveying the streets. John Paulcroft is going to be over this coming week to go over the streets that we've looked at, to go ahead and resurface some of them. So,
When's he coming?
he's supposed to, whenever, he said his schedule's open next week. You never know. He'll call us either that morning or the night before and say, I'm here. But we're going to also start doing some of the alleys that are totally washing out at all times. This borough has put Uno bucks into some of the alleys that have a decent grade downhill, washing out gravels after every rain. It's money after bad money after bad money. So we started last year asphalting some of these alleys. It makes it easier too in the wintertime too for plowing. But that's where we are with that.
Okay, thank you.
Is the air on in here?
It's do you feel warm also? Thank you, Rob.
I might as well bring this up right now also. We had a call from a resident over in Allison Drive about that dirt road that's in there. To our betterment, that is not our road. It is in their deeds, which I have here, and I wish our attorney would have been here tonight, because he also has a deed that it is their responsibility to maintain that dirt road back into there. And
Do we have any other roads that go to a dead end that we maintain? And
no, that is the only one.
what about over on the other side of the highway?
They're all dead ends.
They're all dead end, but those are all ours. Those are annexed in when we annexed that in from East Franklin. But that is a private, the one house, Marie Morris, Angela Marie Morris, built a house back there years ago. And she bought that off of, I don't have her names here, but it was a private road back into there. The only thing that we do, Rick says, that they back in and they'll plow it out. We do not fill it in, we do not grade it, we do not do anything.
So we
with the
would
road.
continue to plow for them, because I mean, they
We
live in
were
our.
nice enough to plow, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
But we have to watch what we do, because Anderson, there is a legality point that we cannot cross.
And we can still pick up their trash and brush and.
So we do go up it and pick up their trash
I
and
saw
brush,
last week, yeah, they are in the borough.
Okay.
We do pick up that part,
but you'd go up that, back up that, and pick it up
Yeah.
in front of each of their.
whether they have, or
Yeah.
every once in a while they have something.
Yeah, because I need to see that,
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure
absolutely.
of that too.
What are they asking us to do?
Huh?
What are they asking
Well, they
us
wanted
to do?
it stone, they wanted it potholes filled and everything else. But in their
You
deed,
want to sign?
it states
So
they are responsible for that road.
How hard would it be for us to give a little to them to help out?
I'm against that.
I'm just, I don't know, I'm asking.
No, you're gonna get into a can of worms. Candy says, leave it as is. I do have a letter here.
I know we had that in the last meeting that you sent out to the homes. You sent the letter to everybody.
There's three
I
letters.
saw that letter to all their homes. We have
Yeah.
two residents over there.
Yeah.
You thought maybe there were more people living in that.
Yeah, there's a white dog that lives over there, because I was there.
There's a Zach that lives over there. He's the one that wrote on
She
that.
has the letters.
Yeah.
And I think every fire department.
It's better off to leave it go as it is now and go from there.
Yeah, you know, we have to go with what our solicitor says in the majority. I mean,
Yeah, it's a private road, it's like having a private road back to your camp. You can go past 3 or 4 other camps and everybody pitches in to take care of it. I have, my wife has a cousin who has a house out west, and he lives up at the end of the canyon.
well, my sister lives off of Honey Farm and you go up and it's the same way. Her driveway is up a steep hill and there's many houses, but
But it's a private road.
North Buffalo does not tend to it.
No.
So
So I just want you to know, this letter had been sent out.
You called in, you called it a private way.
Yeah, private land, that's what it is on the map.
anything else?
That's all I have for the president.
Thank you. Finance,
Nothing.
personnel,
I would like to call a executive session on 2 personnel.
we'll finish these first.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Shade tree?
Okay, I made a couple calls this month. One, I talked to Carly, she called me. Carly called me.
I almost forgot.
About the trees. And I see you did not have them taken down. They
The
were
one in
just-
the back corner, close to like Claims today.
Oh,
Was
really
taken down.
today?
Yeah.
Because I was past yesterday.
Yeah, just today. And it was like crumbling.
And it was
Inside,
coming,
yeah.
it was really raining.
Yeah. So,
I don't know what she wanted to do with it permissible. And then secondly, I had a call from Mr. and Mrs. Jeff Coombs, 220 Bluff Street. And she had said that, I understood it to say 2 trees, but I understand now it's just 1 tree. But there shouldn't be any problem with her taking that down either. She actually requested a copy of the permissible trees. So I appreciated that, although I think it's on
But
her
it
part.
wouldn't matter, yeah.
She just wanted an idea of trees, you know. So
That's
I
not
got that to
fine.
her.
Okay.
And then I was told that West Penn was going through the borough trimming. But then I saw this article, I didn't see anything of them. But then this article in the later times, they mentioned different townships and boroughs. But West Britannia is not listed in this article. So maybe they're not doing us this year.
I think
That's about it.
Police committee?
Another one for
Oh,
executive.
wait, can I, first, but that's with the executive session.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, but I would like to welcome Frank. And to let you know that we do have Crime Watch, and it is the second Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock. If there's any way we could have you at our meetings, we'll work on that together. Thank you.
All right, at 6:59, we will go into executive session regarding personnel. Nancy, who talked?
it really cooled down.
Oh, it did. We have to learn how to do that.
Yeah,
7:15, we'll bring our meeting back into session. Any unfinished business? Or wait, let's go back to personnel.
I would like to make a motion that we hire Jeff Livenwood to come back as a part-time borough employee to start the last week in July.
Mickey made a motion, do we
And
have a
that'll be a result of somebody retiring.
Yes.
I second that motion.
Mickey and Junior second, all in favor?
All right.
The one thing I did not ask, what would you be paying him?
That's something that I guess we didn't discuss that.
1050?
Well, we have plenty of time to, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
of course, now we can come up with something.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was he making for? I don't either, so I don't really know what's.
But we ought to almost start him with what we,
What do you think started? But we'll talk about that.
I don't agree with that.
Anything else?
Yes. Police committee, I would like to make a motion that we hire Jason Huffman for part-time police officer.
And part-time meaning?
24 to 32 hours per week.
Okay. And Mickey made a motion on the floor.
I'll second.
Frank, in your second, all in favor?
Madam President,
You know, when you put your phone
Could, Mickey, could you talk a little louder? I can't hear that here.
Oh, I made a motion to hire Jason Huffman part-time,
Okay.
and then I made another motion to hire Jeff.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. I'll have to have you move back in my talk.
Thank you. Okay, on to unfinished business.
yes. We spoke last meeting about the basketball court being in bad disarray at the fire department. And I know Mr. Bauer has some information on the playground, but the curb's pretty much shot, the court's pretty much shot, so I'd like to make a motion that we at least look at the bids and getting the court resurfaced. I mean, maybe repaving the curb, the curb fixed. Get some bids for next meeting, you know, just to get a price, I mean, and we'll go from there. So I'd like to make a motion to do that.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
All right. Just a point to make on that. If we do that, it's going to be, the next meeting is in June. Meanwhile, summer's already started for school.
Correct.
And if we have to get somebody to come in, it might take another month. Now we're into July.
Okay.
That court was paid in probably between 75 and 1980, 40 years ago. You're right, it's disintegrated. And I think we ought to do a little quicker than that. Would there have been any objections if we got the bids and did a phone call on it?
And do what?
Do a phone call.
I just want to get it fixed as quick as we can, so.
We'll get a phone call on your bid.
Okay.
And if everybody agrees to that, then we can do a formal approval at the next meeting.
We have money in the recreational fund, which is, hopefully we can use some of that money for it, you know.
Yeah,
so.
there's enough in there, plenty in there.
Yeah, I'll double check with the community foundation just to make sure.
And then once it's paid, we're gonna have to have it relined, and then we also talked about maybe putting up a fence along the, you know, because, I mean, you're well aware, especially like at Young Raffles, they park in that court. So I wanna put the horses up for this, when we try to come in there in 2 weeks, I wanna put the horses along that so they can't pull in a curb and park in there, so I'm gonna park it in the court.
More important than that is the kids playing on that basketball court, run where the ball goes over into the driveway.
Security.
So I think the fence is
Yeah.
very important.
I think that's something that we need to
I think
definitely
it's a
have, you know, the-
4-foot cyclone fence there.
Well, I would think a little bit higher than 4 foot
Okay,
for your
6-foot.
basketball.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I need a fence.
Well,
And Bobby needs to try to explain it to everybody too about playground equipment down there.
Well, Bernie and I have talked about the basketball court, and that led our conversation into the playground and what can be done down there. Gary Pinkerton, who is just retired as being the recreation director for Butler County, has been doing this for years. As a matter of fact, he put in the original climb unit at the fire hall back in the early 70s, or 75. At the same time, basketball was 75 to 80. And so I called him up. He still maintains his certification, is really contracted with another company, and gave Bernie a couple books there if anybody want to look at them, and shows them all the different kind of recreation. More important than that is to talk about the basketball court, and took him over there and talked about it. He looked at our unit, and it's called 5 to 12. It's for kids 5 to 12 years old. There's a few, he recognized it right away, there's 5 bolts missing, so we've got to get the 5 bolts in. I've already talked to Rick about that. And also he said that particular unit down there can be rejuvenated just by doing a pressure wash on it. So talked to Bernie about that, and then we can get the fire department down there, come out of the trucks, we get a pressure washer, and we can bring that up to standards. We'll do it. Secondly, the swing set down there, the pole itself, it's a curved pole that goes up, makes a little bit of a curve. It's, I think, 3-inch pipe comes over and comes down. It has 2 swings on it. The clamps up there holding the rungs from the chain are now illegal, and they need replaced. Now that's a small nickel dime. We can do that anytime. The pavilion, he also put it, and as a matter of fact, his son sold us that board. The pavilion is still looks in pretty good shape. I think he had some work done to that.
Put a new roof on it last year.
Put in a roof, put the picnic tables in. And he complimented us on that. And then you have the next area up there before you get to the hockey. And he said that would be a great place for a 3 to 5, or 2 to 5 rather, 2 to 5 play area. Because it cannot be next to the 5 to 12. It has to be separated. So if we were ever interested in updating our recreation down there in the way of a play area, we could do that in that particular area for the 2 to 5 holes. The only thing we do have to do in addition to that is alongside that new yard coming from the roadway is someone paved a 2-foot walkway going up to the pavilion, almost to the pavilion. We'd have to continue that up to for handicap purposes, or I should say disabled, to get them to that playground unit with a 3 to 5. He also complimented us on the mulch that we put in. Henry, it was a special mulch? Yeah. I didn't know that, but, oh, really?
Is that the rubber?
No. It's a specification you have to have. We had to go to Pittsburgh to get it, I think.
Yeah.
It was put in appropriately, to compliment. The only thing is, and really, this might be some conversation, where the fence is and where the sliding board comes down, there's supposed to be more space. That's whatever the dam has been there for 100 years.
Actually, that was put in, Jeannie worked on that
Yeah.
project.
It was in 2009, and
Yeah.
when I came in,
Yeah.
it was just
That's
ending.
right.
And we had a grant through the DCNR, I think,
Yeah.
for it, and we had to follow like all kinds of strict.
Well, anyways,
That's
Gary
when you just started.
had a lot of good information, and I can't even remember it all. I told him, we'll talk to council. I talked to Bernie about it, and at some time we want him to come in, we'll do a program for us, 10-minute program, tell us all what's down there, what we're capable of, what we should be doing, what we can't be doing.
Who is this gentleman?
Gary Pinker,
And where's he from?
Rural Valley.
But I mean, what's his, like, is
He
that
just
his?
retired from the Butler County Recreation Authority.
Oh, okay, all
Director.
right. Thank you, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
So Bob, you'll have this work that he's done right away, like the bolts that he's put in? And
Yeah, that'll be done.
And also the thing for the swings that you replaced?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to him about it, he can order those for us and give them, it's probably gonna be a $10, $15 item. And then we'll have our maintenance guys put the clamps on. We'll swing them.
Thank you. Anything else on unfinished business?
I don't know if it's unfinished or new, but I would like to ask for a check for the honorable wall in the fire department. Whatever you're willing to give.
What's your plan?
What are your plans exactly?
Well, we are going to work with Jay Ford, and we're going to take all that red crushed brick up and put new stuff down, because we took out all the shrubs, because they were just getting so far around. And we're going to put edging the whole way around
keep the
so,
stones from getting the
because it's not easy enough.
So how much money do you need to do this project? Do you have some in any funds at all for
Yeah,
it?
we do have some.
Does anybody have an idea of what, I mean, we usually give her 100, but I'd like to give her a little bit more for their doing a project. It's not considered recreational, being
Nick, it would be a nice little sum that would be reasonable to get down there to get you some of the stuff you need. But
That'd be great.
I mean, it's our veterans, I think we should
I
support.
think, yeah, absolutely.
And our veterans to be. So I take my $500.
Thank you.
Bob, motion, Brian, Junior, second, all in favor?
Time.
staying.
Okay. Oh, that's, thank you. Great work on it.
One more thing, we are going to have a couple of work days, because we've got to get all that road work picked up.
Down there, just let me know. Yeah.
Well, we have the Facebook page, that Carly can add that to the Facebook page.
I don't do things.
I don't either anymore, but I've kind of lost it.
Okay, like that's stuff.
But please, email her or let us all know.
Well, you know what, how about if I put a little note up on that community forum?
There you go, there you go.
Work day.
Yeah.
Bring
Community
your
work day.
gloves. Yeah.
And also, we do have our community yard sale coming up, June
6th and
6th and 7th.
Or
Is it
7 and
6th?
8, one to the other.
Which is it?
7th, 8th, I think so.
I think it's 7th and 8th.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's right.
I'll check Facebook. It's on Facebook.
Friday and Saturday would be 7th and 8th. Can you put that in there?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you. Because a lot of people, and then Nikki, can you please add that to your sign down there, community yard sale for West Standing at the Firewalk? So that way people that drive through will know to get their stuff together. Anything else with unfinished business, you've been thinking?
I've done that.
New business.
Yeah, I should have brought this up on this. We had a large sinkhole up on Lincoln Avenue. But thank God it was on private property. The only thing that was there is a high pressure gas line that ran adjacent to that sinkhole. And I did see, he did put a one call in 2 weeks ago to have it repaired, but I haven't been back up to see it. But it was 6 feet deep and 10 feet across.
6 by 10, you said?
Pardon me?
6 by 10.
Yeah,
It was on Lincoln.
I'm Lincoln.
You
Down
know,
over the hill.
what's the street that goes off of Pine Hill with the dead end? Lorraine?
Yeah,
Yes.
Is there one? up
Lorraine,
there?
it was on Lorraine.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
Not Lincoln,
yeah.
not Lincoln, Lorraine.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry.
right? She called me about it and
I'm thinking of 2 different projects.
wasn't real happy.
But you did have a problem up on Lorraine, or up on Lincoln too.
Huh?
Did you have a problem on Lincoln too?
No.
It's another project.
Okay.
That's what he said, it's another project.
And the next other thing, we do have a blank building and property on Garfield Street. It is owned by Delmer Jack. We've been after them for years. They did tear down the old greenhouse that was there, but they left all the barrels, all the steel, all the wood. And there's a retaining wall back behind the house that's starting to come down. The greenhouse is on the lower level, the house is on the upper level. The wood retaining wall is starting to fall in. The front porch is rotten and it's falling off.
Is the house being utilized?
No, the house has been tagged uninhabitable. I think get a hold of Andrew and send him a letter that he has to clean up the backyard. Because if I lived next door, I would bet that there's rats and mice and everything.
There is mice. I talked to the woman who lives there. She goes, she's overrun with mice.
Well, it's a disgrace if you live next door and you wanted to sell your house. You're not going to sell
Did
your
you
house.
see in the news that now in Pittsburgh where people are trying to claim your neighbor's house and they're keeping the
I
one
saw that.
house? Yeah, so there you go. Claim it.
But it's a blight house, period.
Okay.
Yeah, mites are.
So I'll make contact with Andrew and see what's
Or mites are
up. Go from there.
Yeah. Well, if they come and spray for termites, you have to watch it because it'll go spread to the next houses. Has HQ Pest Control brought in any skunk traps?
No, this is gonna be another thing. We are the only place, municipality around here that pays for them to come in.
Do they do it for free? For
No,
our
they do not do it
communities?
for free. It's up to the tenants to pay. We can give them the name. It's up to the tenants to give them to have the traps in, and they will take them out. They are upping all their rates this year. I talked to them a couple of months ago, and they haven't really thought about it. But
How much do we pay him a year?
we paid between $800 and $1,200 last year.
Okay.
That's something that, you know, if I have a vermin in my yard, I want to take care of it. It's not your responsibility, it's not ours, it's yours. So we can give them the name, tell them to contact them, and let them.
Wasn't it like
people go from there.
$80 an animal?
Huh?
Wasn't it $80?
$80
40.
No, it's gone up.
Oh, okay, well, let me take you back, okay?
Go ahead.
Last year was $40.
40, it's gone up.
Okay, and you said they took, we paid $1,200?
It's somewhat, but they're, you
So I
know.
took 30 skunks out of the board. What's that tell you?
That's good.
We got a problem.
Yeah, we did.
And
I don't mind paying $1,200 if we're taking 30 skunks out.
I agree.
Secondly, we gotta we have to reinforce
The garbage.
the garbage. That they can't be putting garbage out in bags and letting it sit. I don't know how we do it, because just because we see a garbage bag doesn't mean there's garbage in it. It could be trash. And they went garbage. So I'm not too sure how we enforce
We
that.
have an ordinance that says that garbage has to be in a closed container.
That's true. But how do we,
Know what's in the bag.
we'll have to send someone around to go through the garbage bags. I mean, there's a problem. I don't know how to take care of it.
I think having the skunk control through our community is a great opportunity for people living in our community. We pay taxes, $1,200, like Bob said, to take 30 skunks out. I'm all for it.
I am.
Yeah.
I can't see us paying.
Now,
And
If
because
you leave
here's
the garbage out and
But-
stuff comes
But
in.
here's the deal. My neighbor can't afford to pay for it. If she has skunks in her yard, they're gonna continue to multiply. Or somebody who rents, they're not gonna pay. The tenant might not care about it.
the other thing is, do we have an ordinance, and I remember this discussion, where they are, do we have in our ordinance, they must have garbage cans?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, there's our answer right there.
And get that
Exactly.
orange ticket out there, Clyde. Right, your orange ticket.
We must have garbage bags for the garbage, or trash.
Yeah.
We must have garbage.
So,
And that's been in since we were on.
Well, that's back in the 80s.
There's another one.
90s.
Well, probably 90s, early 90s.
garbage can. That's just the ordinance of garbage can. So stick these on the houses that we have that would see the trash bags and with the ordinance written out.
Which is, like Bob said, which is trash, which is grass.
Well, it doesn't matter. They have the ordinance that shows it, that it is to be in a garbage can.
No, we could, no, but there's too many people that get this newspaper.
Yeah.
And it's sad, because there's a lot of
But that's
information.
not saying they're getting a fine. That's a warning.
No, right.
Just to show them that this is the ordinance and
Well, one time we were discussing, where they put those on everybody's house so they knew it. That was a couple of years ago.
I think we
That
have
was never
several.
done.
I think we have several of them.
It's just time consuming right now. How many houses we got here? We can't even, no, I'm not gonna get into that.
March
Hey,
8th.
put it in the paper, put a block in the paper, big black letters. West Borough, blah, 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 and go down from there.
The ordinance in it.
But we enforce the ordinance. We have all the ordinances in the world, but if we don't enforce them,
Exactly.
the ordinance is worthless.
You know.
But people have to be aware of the ordinance. If you come into a community, you don't know the ordinance
Put
unless
that
you
new
get
fence
it.
out, and that was in there. If people don't comply with it,
But there are still people who have moved out and
but
moved in.
there's a lot of
since
people
then.
still don't have a garbage can, it's lived there a long time.
Yeah,
There is a lot of people.
I mean, I agree with you. Do we need to make a motion to have HQ come back again, or are we going to not have them come at all?
Well, you know, what's everybody's feeling? I know Henry's feeling on it, you know my feeling on it, you said your feeling. Barney, what's your feeling?
Well, as many as we got at my house, I'm for it.
I haven't seen it.
That's because they got 30 out, so maybe we won't have to pay.
It might not be as bad this year.
Might not be as bad.
You know, if we got rid of 30 last year, I would be in favor of extending it one more year and see if we have reduced our skunk population in West Catania and not do it next year.
Yeah.
But I think if we took 30 out last year, maybe we can eliminate this problem. If we let go for one more year, the next year, of course I won't pay it, but the next year, say, no, I'm not gonna do it. Because, you know, this year, if we contract him and he only gets 10, we're doing something.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing that.
Okay, now you're saying out of that $800 or something, it was all went for skunks? No, it did not. It went for possums, it went for
Oh.
cats, and other rodents that eat it out.
Things
Okay,
that-
so
Probably
it-
amounts to
it-
like $100 per
Huh?
animal, really, because there's a setup fee, then there's a removal.
Yeah,
So we probably only got like maybe a dozen animals.
a dozen skunks, and the rest of the
Possums,
possums.
skunks, whatever.
Yeah, but he gave me the total
What if they ever
breakdown.
cut the albino one?
Well, then the $1,200 that you stated was really, wasn't just for skunk.
And he was surprised that we are paying for it because he said, he came in Port City, every place else. They tell the residents, I am here, and go, and he does get the business, so.
We only pay him when the services are done, right? We don't have a
Right.
contract. We don't pay him a set fee every year.
Right.
We can monitor this month to month basis if we have to. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you pay a setup fee, and every time they come in and check.
do they come or we call them? They come.
No, they come in and check.
No, we call them to come and put them out. Yeah.
The guy I talked to says he comes in and checks, so I don't.
I don't know.
So we're talking,
Once they're in.
I don't
two
know.
different people.
I wasn't involved with it.
I talked to Gary.
The,
You didn't talk to Gary, he's the owner? Who did you talk to?
I may have, I don't know, I'm telling you what
Yeah.
this person has told me.
You didn't get his name?
I probably did, but that's,
This guy.
I think we can monitor.
the research I did last year, because of all the problems I had up there, that their kids come in around 1st of May. They breed during March and April. They're younger born in May.
For kids, I thought.
So, you know, if we go just May and June,
When the little ones are here.
yeah, and they really don't come out until late June, because they stay in under wraps for, I guess, 6 weeks before they venture out. So, you know, if we can at least go until July,
Try and see.
see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna be putting the traps back up in my place. Or right now, I've been watching very closely. I am not seeing them, so they're not gonna come back to my place.
And I haven't smelled them, I smelled them earlier, right when it first warmed up and then got cold again, but I haven't smelled them since. But,
But, you know, we talk about garbage cans. This other idea of people putting cat food and dog food on their porch, just a big problem also.
You're right.
I don't know how you're gonna stop that.
all right, do we need a motion for that? To continue?
Does it require the expenditure of money, Carly, to do this?
Well, are we doing it now, or are we calling them now to come in?
We are
Do
calling
we
them
have
out.
certain areas
Well, not
where we
really.
need
Come in
them
and
now?
hear about them.
Yes.
I
I
think
think we should have some kind of approval, I guess, since it's gonna cost money.
And-
And who's gonna be like the person call, I think we should have
Well,
one
if the
designated
guy
person.
told Henry they're increasing their prices, let's see what it is. Because they're not the only game in town. And maybe we should get a bid.
I'll get his list off of him. And,
I mean, I think we can wait another month.
I think if we run into a problem between now and next month, we should definitely convene and call them or do it, if we see there's a big problem, then we can,
He knows we're applying anyway, so. he
You,
can come.
did you tell him that we were not going to have it done this
No, I
year?
didn't say nothing.
Okay. So you're gonna be the point of contact for that, right?
Do you want to be the point of contact?
Yeah.
Happy to see you.
You like it though, you know it. But that's,
You're real unhappy.
you are the man.
Could you find out what's happening on Mr. Jack's property on Garfield? Who's gonna send up, who's gonna contact Andrew?
I am.
You're gonna do
I'm
that?
gonna contact him.
Then that's the best part of it. That lady put up the fence, new fence, she said the guy come in and cut the grass. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a shame.
it was a bad house.
All right. Got it? Okay, thank you. All right, Carly has, under new business, she has, for the West Canadian municipality,
The West Canadian municipality is asking, they were requesting the council appoint Joseph Recupero as a board member to complete the term of Ken Trudgeon, which would expire December 31st, 2023.
and he's on 220, wait, which, Joey's over here on Cleveland. The end of, yeah, okay. Do we,
So Ken's resigning, you're looking to fill Ken's spot.
Correct.
Joey be good.
You make a motion off for that?
I'm going to abstain, so someone else.
That's okay.
Because I-
I'll make a motion that,
Okay, Henry makes a motion, and who's the second? Second, all in favor? Aye. You abstain.
I abstain.
All right, going forward, any other new business? Motion to pay the bills. Is there anybody that has any questions on it?
So maybe,
Make a motion, second, Henry, seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Another letter? Yeah, another letter to be read.
So, we received a letter from the Canning Public Library. Should I just read it? Okay. Greetings and warm thanks from the Canning Public Library for your continued support. Recently, our valued board member, Marie Morris, decided it was time for a break. Since we cannot fill Marie's shoes, we have only to fill a seat on our board. We are looking for a resident from West Canning and would love to have the input from the local government, which knows its residents far better than we. Please consider this request for your thoughtful consideration. We look forward to hearing from you with suggestions of residents that might be willing to serve on the library board. It is a privilege to be tasked with keeping the doors of this wonderful asset to the community open for all. For questions about the Canning Library, please feel free to call 724-543-1383. Check out our website for ongoing activities and a multitude of resources available right here in your own backyard. All residents of West Canning have a library membership. Yeah.
Sorry, I just had been on it for almost 12 years and it was fun. See you later.
I just met somebody that was a volunteer at Armstrong Hospital for 30 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? 30 years.
Bree, what you done already, or done, what are you done?
I was done the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, yeah. And we had a good time.
So West Catanning's looking for,
Somebody to take my place.
you making any recommendations?
Anyway, here you go. I was also the secretary, so I had to sign checks and do all that too.
motion for adjournment?
No, I have one more question.
Oh,
What are we doing with Pine Hill?
I think that Did
He
you
only
all?
happens up
Andrew
June, July,
said,
and August.
Andrew said that he's not able to be here tonight. He did text me and say that, and he said that he has all the information and legal authority to proceed with the stormwater management fee issue, but he would like to, of course, discuss it to iron out the details. So, this is something that needs to be.
I would like for him to be here before we start.
Yeah, he asked, I thought he'd be here.
And I think that's important for him to hear the next meeting.
Andrew, can you ask him to be at the next meeting? You're in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Meeting beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, we'll get a meeting set.
Yeah, if he can meet with us at another time.
I'll call, Ken's coming up tomorrow night. Yeah.
We'll advertise it.
What's he coming for?
Water authority.
Okay, he deals with you guys also.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, we're also considering a pen desk, so we're looking into it also.
Okay.
Maybe I'll call him tomorrow night and squeeze in between their meeting and, so, I like to try to squeeze in between your meeting and me working. And since we need to get him back up here, because we don't want to lose that guy.
Tack one.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought our last discussion
I
was
saw that,
that we
yeah,
thought,
I'm kind of vexed on it, I don't know.
We've been having one more.
If you remember, we did the
we
pen desk.
discussed,
Cost us more money.
If you remember, we did the pen desk on the phone.
right,
We went up to the pen desk up in Long's. We spent 2 hours and they had, I think, 10 people there. And actually, it was a meeting, very interesting. They had all their divisions there just to meet with Rick and I. Very interesting. I'm kind of sorry now we did that on the phone. I think if we'd have been face to face like we were up there with them. And when I said pen desk had one representative, but I think it was DEP. They're the ones that had like 9 people there. And pen desk, well, we got a stack of information about all the stuff that had to be done. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
We got nothing. Remember, we just sat here on the phone. I think sitting down with them and the way we did is the way to go. If you really want to learn something and ask
well, are you
questions.
guys going to use them, or are you?
Well, we're.
What is your project, if you're able to
Yeah,
tell us?
yeah, we want to replace some lines up in the Pine Hill area that may have the old asbestos pipe. And on top of that, we want to put the water meters, replace all our water meters in the ward all at once. We think we have water leaks and we can't account for the money, or the water, which is money. What we found out, our water meters are so old, they're not reading correctly, and actually people use more water than what we're dealing. We blame it on that corpse, which is the saddle that goes around the pipe where the water enters the house, and they have rotted off, especially on asbestos pipes. The only reason why we can't find the leaks is because they're being held there by years of dirt piled to hold together, and every once in a while they burst. So we're looking to replace all the water meters. We might do that on our own through a local loan versus doing the pen desk. So we're a little up in the air too.
So, do you need, Braxton engineer to do the surveying, or does he already know where all the water lines are?
Say
To
again?
know where all the water lines are, like, do you have that all mapped out already, or do you need them to, how they did the surveying for us,
Oh,
the
no, we know
GPS?
where they're at.
Okay.
Yeah. But we did have to go through the process, the engineering, as you did here, as we did here. We did a good job.
It's a shame that being in the same community, we couldn't have utilized it together.
Well, it's 2 different projects,
Yeah.
2 different projects, and 2 different approvals.
Maybe we can set a meeting up with them to, again, do another meeting and everybody
With
go.
Ken, and
Yeah.
Ken's the one who put this together for us, and got us up there.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the last meeting we got, you guys discussed with our borough workers doing it and subcontracting some of it out, and that would,
That's gonna be I mean, there's so many entities that enter into that.
no matter how small it may seem, we're putting underground pipes in to take away the water. It's a big project. So it's,
This is a lot of land.
this beaver, Bob and I talked about it, you know, let's do it little by little. We have this piece of equipment, that piece of equipment. You know, when they bring in equipment, they bring in equipment. I mean, you only have to look what they bring in to put in the water lines.
I mean, they gave us some options that we can do, and we can discuss that if we would choose to.
What's that?
The one option was to tack the $5 or whatever the amount is on the sewage bill or the water bill for the time
Yeah, and we probably aren't gonna opt for that water bill, because if we do our own.
you're gonna do your own.
Yeah, so.
Or
no.
we said that we were going to just add $60 onto the taxes to incur that money to pay for the well. I think, I don't know, whatever the amount, it was an estimate.
There's so many options it has to be
So there's so
set up.
many options that we have that we can look into it and.
Yeah, but we only have a limited time to do that. So
Well, let's set
therefore,
up
I
another
think
meeting.
having, our solicitor here can ask them these questions. And along with Ken.
We'll work on getting Andy here next meeting, we'll get another meeting set up with Ken so we can,
It's a learning process. It's just not something you flip a coin and say, we're gonna do it, we're not going to do it. It's a learning process.
You know, just one comment, as far as raising taxes, to
well, I don't think
To-
we need to be
to
raising
do a,
taxes.
to do a storm sewer project, I think the people in West Catania, taxpayers are totally against it. You know, and like I said, we use Pat Wachowski. He's insured. Go up there, they could dig he could dig those 2 sections. Our board workers could put the pipe in, put the catch basins in, and be done. Be a lot cheaper than $400,000.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
He assumes the responsibility. He hits a gas line, that's on him.
But I agree. He'd like to put a bid on it. I know he would. Right? Say let him do it.
But to go $400 and some thousand, we can't afford that. We can't afford it. Just can't
But
afford
into
it.
that $400,000 already, you're looking at the engineering fee and everything else already
Well,
encompassed in that.
That was our fault. We should have looked ahead before we decided
And
what things to
that's part of the
do.
learning process, what you learn about this. I make a motion to adjourn.